Welcome to the stream. How you doing, chat? How is everybody doing on this fine, what is it? It's a Monday afternoon. It is a Monday afternoon. So how are we doing, chat? How are we doing? Welcome in, Carlton Morris, enjoy it, bro. How are you doing? How is it rolling? Welcome in, Grace. How you doing? Welcome in, Ross. Welcome in, LB. We're going to go with that one. How are you doing? How is everybody looking this morning, evening, whatever? Who knows? Who knows what time it is? Genuinely, who the hell knows? But welcome to life. How you doing, Logan, bro? How are you doing? How's your day? How's everyone feeling today? What's the vibe like? What is the vibe like? Obviously, it's been an interesting weekend in terms of football and all things like that. Welcome in, Charlie. How you doing, bro? How is everybody? Come on, chat. How are we all feeling on this fine Monday evening? There's got to be something going on. There's got to be. That's the way the world works. Things occur over the weekend. And I've not been here for a good few days. So, chat. Obviously, most of you are Derby fans, right? Should Lewis Travis have been sent off? That is a question in my brain. Should Lewis Travis have been sent off? And to be honest with you, I don't know the idea. Better than Travis didn't let 30-odd thousand down at the weekend. Nah, says SLH. Good, says Logan. Good to hear, bro. Welcome in, Mickey. Welcome in, Ollie. Welcome in, Austin. Do you think Travis is good? I do think Travis is good. Welcome in, CB, bro. How you doing? How is everybody rocking and rolling? 100% pushed his luck all game. Needs to grow up and be a captain. How you doing, CB? Do you reckon Middlesbrough will win the title? No, I think it'll be Ipswich. He has something about him. There's something about Travis that I like. How you doing, King, bro? Morris captain when he's back. That wouldn't be a shock, to be fair. That would not be a shock to be completely honest with you, bro. I wouldn't be shocked about that at all. Respect my opinion. Appreciate that, Austin, bro. That's what we like to hear. Respecting opinions over here. Everybody respects opinions. I can't spell, chat. I can't spell. Be nice to see Frullo start a game. Yeah, Frullo should quite easily get a start in the next one. I wouldn't be shocked about Frullo in the next game. Go on, SLH with the thumbs up. Yeah, because he's not playing on Saturday. We will win on Saturday now because he's not in the team. Fair play. Hi, mate. We got robbed the other day. What's up with Zetterstrom and Sando? So Zetterstrom is ill. Sando is calf injury, I believe. It was captain before he got injured. Yes, Morris was. I'm all good, thanks, Stephen, bro. How are you, mate? Travis was the worst player on the pitch. Fair play. Morris, without a doubt, main man in the dressing room. How many seasons are you into on your Derby save? I think I'm in like 2032. Whatever season that is. I think Travis's all-round game is better than Adams. I do, yes. Yeah, Frullo. Yeah, Frullo, I like the look of him. Yeah, I like the look of Frullo. I think he looks a really good player. Hot take, Hadjiman was the worst player on the pitch against Ipswich. I don't think that's actually a hot take. As much as people don't want to acknowledge it, I don't think it's that bad. Travis is an upgrade on Adams, 100%, but needs to calm down, gets too excited. He does get a little bit excited, just a little bit. But it's one of those, I think the own goal fucked him a little bit, if I'm completely honest, but we will wait and see. Morris on the team sheet for the next game. Not entirely sure if it'll be the next one. but he is back in training. When is Sammy and Morris back? So Sammy should be in the squad on Saturday, because he only wasn't in the squad versus Ipswich because of the terms of the loan deal. Morris is now back in training. What is the blue shield next to my name? It's just the new mod symbol. Thoughts on the game Saturday? I don't know. It's a difficult one because I didn't go into the game thinking we was going to win it, but I also thought we deserved something out of the game, to be honest. So I don't know. It's a difficult one. It is a difficult one. How you doing, Logie, bro? Was always wanting to do something, trying to make up for the headache. Yeah, I agree. He spent like the best part of the game just trying to make up for the fact that he'd scored an own goal. That's why he hit that shot from fucking 30 odd yards out. But we'll wait and see. He was being a knob before the own goal. Ref had his card marked after 5 minutes. Yeah. I always felt that something was going to happen with Travis. I don't know why. There was just something about the game just didn't feel right. I just felt as if it was going to happen, to be honest. How you doing, Harry? Owen Eames should be given a start. I think Eames will start against Sheff Wed. Personally, I think Owen Eames will get a start against Sheff Wed. Travis's red was never a red. Don't disagree. Such a terrible own goal too. Yeah, it was awful, wasn't it? Are we playing any games tonight? I don't think we'll be playing any games tonight. I'm not going to lie. If Eames would have gone down late on, would have been a pen. It should have been. Lewis, who do I go to get self-promote on Discord? Message Ethan in the Discord. Tell him that I told you to message him. I think he can do it for you. I say you'd get a red after 5 to erratic. Yeah, do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Shinny, in a way, with Travis. That it's the way that it's literally one step either way from sort of getting a red. But it's one of those things, isn't it? Was Eames at Derby when you was there? Yes, he was. I say, I think it was a lovely header, just wrong end. Yeah, it was. I don't know why we didn't play O'Donnell. I'm guessing it's just the standard order of goalkeepers and stuff. If I'm completely honest. Did you see Liverpool Man City yesterday? Yes, I did. Was Eames at Derby when you were there? Yes, he was. When is Max back? Do you know, to be honest with you, I'm not quite sure in terms of Max Johnston, because he had a little bit of a setback a couple of weeks ago, and we've not really heard much about him since. Don't like Travis playing style, always haven't rated him. Fair play. Not heard about Max Johnson for weeks. Has he died? Do you know what? Who knows? Who knows? But it's one of those situations with Johnston where, because of how well Ward's done, it's not really that much of a rush to get him back in the group, if that makes sense. Like, we can deal without him. Vickers had a good game, 100% have him over O'Donnell in net, even though he did well in those games. I think with O'Donnell, we didn't have a lot to do in the games. I wouldn't have put in... I'd have kept O'Donnell instead of bringing in Vickers, but like, it's one of those where it's not really the end of the world either way, if you know what I mean. So we'll just have to see what happens. I ain't got an issue with Vickers or O'Donnell or whoever's starting. I think we've got a good goalkeeper unit. Vyman leaving is so good for us. Yeah, it is. It's very good for us. How good is Blake Henry in the youth team? Heard he's class. I think he's been training with the 18 since he was about 13. I think he's just about to turn 15. So he's got something about him, let's put it that way. It's just about how will he translate to men's football as he gets bigger. Like, because you've got to think, like, him today, if you chucked him in a first team game, would get absolutely slaughtered. How is he going to cope in another 3 or 4 years, say at 17, 18, when you start putting him in that position? But we will wait and see on that one. I think we did okay Saturday. Ipswich, our top side ref was shocking. Do you know what, right? I wasn't impressed with the referee, and I'm not going to lie. I thought the ref was shite. I don't think we helped ourselves on many occasions. Lewis Travis, prime example, gave the referee a decision to make. But it's one of those things where I never went into that game thinking we was going to win it. And when we went down a goal, I was like, it's just not going to happen. So it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one, but I'm not shocked by the result. But I think we deserve something out of the game, which is what's frustrating. Merkin looked class. I agree. I thought Merkin looked really good. I know there's a lot of people scapegoating Merkin for some reason. I've got no idea why. But it's just one of those situations, isn't it? Thought we weren't too good on Saturday, but was against a good team. We wasn't great, but it wasn't awful, if that makes sense. Derby have appointed a new interim academy manager. Have they? Have they just announced that? Give me a second. Why have I... Where have you seen that? I haven't seen anything about it. But it doesn't mean it hasn't happened. We did create times where we could shoot, but our front line just didn't fancy it. One of the biggest things... One of the biggest things about us on Saturday was we created loads, but we just didn't take the opportunity. It's on YouTube. I didn't get the notification. Right, let me have a look. Let me have a look. Do you know what? If it's who I think it is, yeah, it's who I think it is. He is a really good bloke. All the dealings I had with him when I was there, really nice man. I'm pretty sure he was like the lead scout and stuff when I was there for the academy, the recruitment drive. Don't think we deserved anything. Deserved a draw against the top side. We started slowly, played too narrow at times. That's sort of where my problem was. And I still am not sold on Brewster off the left, by the way. I'm not sold on it. Put Adji out there. Play Brewster through the middle. I think we'd be better. Elder's probably ill again. Probably. I think Eustace said knee. Although I'm not entirely sure, to be fair. Why did your stream die on Friday night? It's one of the reasons also why I haven't streamed the last couple of days. We've been having power surges which have been knocking everything off and on. So I wasn't able to get it back up that evening, unfortunately. Ipswich will end the season champions. Probably. He said knee, I thought he did. Agreed on Brewster, so good in the 10, but wide just goes missing. 100%. Pat needs to be on the left without a doubt. Happy to have Morris in training. Yeah, me too. I think with having Morris back, it will push Adji out. Did you have to go do... Come again? Did you have to do the on 16th thing I did? I don't know what you're on about, to be honest, bro. Man of the match for me Saturday was Matt Clark, even though it was his fault for the second goal. I think you have to give a huge shout out to Matt Clark. I thought he was unbelievable. Hate how Eustace underutilises Selverson too. I think there's some sort of situation with Selverson because when Morris got injured, he was the obvious replacement. And just he played 2 or 3 games and hasn't used him since. Do you think Sammy will make a big difference in the games? I don't know. The good thing about Sammy is he knows what he's going to be asked to do when he plays, but the big problem is where does he fit? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, where does Sammy play? Bloody Travis, we're gonna what we're gonna do with him? Yeah. How you doing, Harry, bro? There's something wrong with Danny Bart's nose. Broke it twice in the first 10 minutes. Oh, I was watching the game, right? And I think within the first 3 minutes, I think he'd gone through 3 shirts. It was crazy. Where would he play, though? Got Bobby Clark and also... Yeah, this is what I mean. This is sort of where my issue is about the whole signing of Smodix is there's not really anywhere to put him, if that makes sense. Unless he's thinking... you move Adji out to the left, you play Smodix as the 9 with Bobby Clark and Diaz on the right. But then, obviously, when Morris is back, he's going to... I don't know, honestly. My mate got his coat. Yes, you heard that correctly. His coat signed by Bobby Clark, Matt Clark and Danny Bart. Love that. What's wrong with Zetterstrom and Sando? Zetterstrom is ill. Sanderson has a calf injury. Anyone said on how much we are paying for the Smodix loan? No one has said how much it is, but I'd imagine we'll be paying a percentage of his wages. Used to play for Eustace, so we know how this will go. Yeah, probably. Sammy up top, I say. I wouldn't be opposed to Sammy as the 9 with Clark in behind and Adji off the left while we're waiting for Morris to be back. But we'll wait and see. How you doing, Beza, bro? Who's going to start is Travis's position. I think it will be... I think Frulo will start there on Saturday. How you doing, Beza? I don't know if I acknowledged your message or not. But yeah, it's a really weird one, isn't it? It's a really, really weird one. Sammy on the right, Pat left, Morris up front, Clark behind. Do you know what? I wouldn't be opposed to Sammy off the right, but I don't necessarily think he's a winger. I think Oscar can do good for a long amount of time. I agree. Reckon Bobby could drop into the 8 next to Ozo again like earlier in the season, so Sammy in the 10. Do you know what? That could happen. That is very, very... That is a very good call, actually. But ultimately, I think it's going to be Frulo who starts. I think if it's not Frulo who steps in for Travis, I don't know what we're doing, if I'm honest. Frulo changed the game on Saturday. He was amazing. Thanks for the follow, Derby Fan It's just Derby Fan. It's not Derby Fan TV. Travis wasn't as bad as people are making him out to be. I don't disagree. Is Carlton in the calling for winning at home again? Do you know what? The only way we're going to win at home is having Carlton Morris fit in it. That's the only way we're going to win. Frulo is so positive, to be fair. I'd love him to start more. Do you know what? We've got a perfect opportunity for him to start more, haven't we? With Travis picking up that suspension, which it is only one game, I'm pretty sure, unless the EFL go, you know what, fuck you, Lewis Travis. So he probably gets Saturday. If he plays well, he should get the game after. Honest question, do you think we get playoffs? I've got a video coming out about this in the next couple of days about whether we should go for the playoffs or whether we should sort of prepare ourselves and give the likes of Owen Eames and Cruz Allen and stuff minutes. I'm going to be honest. I think Carlton Morris is going to be the difference between us getting the playoffs or not, and that depends on how fit he is, if that makes sense, when he comes back and how many goals he scores. But at the moment, who knows what will happen? Genuinely, who knows what will happen? And that's sort of the interesting call of the championship, isn't it? Good call. Clark dropped to 8. Yeah, imagine Clark in the 8 next to Ozo with Smodix as the 10. No, Jaden, sorry, bro. I don't do guests. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I just taught my shit. Yeah, because Bambi on Ice isn't good as a striker. Yeah, he's not. He's not good as a striker at all. Lewis, if we win on Sat, you've got to recreate the Jim Skin 2.5 digestives meme. I don't even know what that is. Scared the injury will ruin Morris? No, I think he'll be alright. IMO got to go for playoffs, just makes us look so much more attractive to join the summer. If we finish 7th, I'm happier than if we finish 6th. Because I don't think we're good enough to go up. How you doing, Craig? I don't think we're good enough to go up, but I think that shows that we're capable of pushing for the playoffs. So it is an odd one. It is an odd one. Because there's so many different ways to actually look at sort of this situation and where you go from here. When will Morris be in the squad to play? I wouldn't be shocked to see him in the squad on Saturday against Swansea, but I don't think he will play until Watford, if I'm honest. I think I think Watford is the one that makes the most sense, if I'm honest. But we'll wait and see. How you doing, Riley, bro? How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? Hope you're all okay, bro. Hope you are okay, my friend. We're getting 6th by 1 point. We'll win the first leg. The other team will win the next leg. We win on pens. We get battered in the final 2-0. I don't want him to play his first game for Watford. Just sent it me on Discord. Let me have a look. If he's in training, he should be fit for Sat. It depends on if they want to risk him, to be fair. It's all about risk and reward. It's all about risk and reward. Oh, that's what you want me to do, is it? I fucking love a digestive, by the way. Fucking hell. if we do win, if we do get playoffs, and we go up, which I think is highly unlikely, I'll be very, very surprised. Everyone wants Clark to sign, but IMO Ozo would be nicer to sign if it's just even if less. Do you know what? I'm not opposed to either. Go on, Stray Catnip! What a guy with the $5 dono. Time for a winning streak to start. Derby win 3-0 over Swansea. Come on, you Rams. Go on, Stray, bro. How you doing, mate? Hope you're having a good evening. Riley's reached a 5-stream watch streak. That's what we want to see as well. We should beat Swansea, hopefully. If we do, I will still party, of course, of course. Playoff autos that I want us just to be safe. Do you know what, right? I'm not bothered whether we get playoffs or not. I know it's probably a bit weird, but I don't really want us to get the playoffs. It's one of those situations where you give us the playoffs and we just sort of fuck it. Do you know what I mean? You've got to make sure the digestives are sugar free. Oh. What do you mean? What's yours, Kai, bro? What do you mean, bro? It's a weird position. Do you know what I mean? The fact that we're sat here even talking about playoffs absolutely baffles my mind. Like, I'd have never said to you, 12 months ago that Derby County will be battling for the playoffs 12 months down the line. I just didn't think that was going to happen. But I think we've done a fucking unbelievable job, by the way. So it's last game of the season. A win gives us playoffs. You want us to lose. Don't necessarily want us to lose. I don't want us to intentionally not get the playoffs. But I just don't think the benefit of the playoffs is anything, if that makes sense. Because I don't think we're going up. Watching streak. It's a Twitch thing, Kai. You don't get it on YouTube. But I bet you're on a decent one, to be fair. You always seem to be in here. I said 3 months ago to you, we are going to Wembley. You did, actually. I think if we get playoffs, it won't do us any good. The problem with getting playoffs is you end up in that position where you obviously get, what's it called? Your recruitment drive starts like a month or so later because of, obviously you're a week or so behind because of that situation. Hope we don't end up like Bristol City, getting to playoffs and falling off a cliff. I don't think we will, to be honest. I think when's the 12-hour stream? Do you know something? It was supposed to be for the Charlton game, but it never ended up happening. I'm still working on shit to make it work, if you know what I mean. We're in a very interesting spot as Derby fans at the moment, because this time 12 months ago, we was in the middle of a losing streak. We went on to lose another 3 or 4 games from here. I think it was like the 8th of March or something. We were 7 points from safety with 11 games to go. It was absolutely ridiculous. I still don't understand how we stayed up last year. Genuinely, I am so baffled by the fact that we're even still in the Championship, to be honest. And now we're talking about playoff pushes and can Derby County, do they have the capabilities? Do they have the squad? And I'm going to be completely honest with you. We absolutely have the squad to finish 6th. Whether we have the fit squad to hit 6th, I've got no idea. Why not Derby versus Hull 24th of Feb? Good cut. Let me have a look. Is it Saturday? Do you know if that's a Saturday? You've probably just made an excellent call there. Derby County fixtures. Do you know what? It's a I could do the 12-hour for Watford. I could. Only reason I would say to get playoffs is to attract better players in the summer. Yeah, that's sort of the thing that I'm stuck in, right? Because obviously, if you get playoffs, you've got that sort of situation where you can attract those better players. But obviously, it's one of those situations where I think finishing 7th for us is just as good as finishing 6th. Happened to Millwall, yeah. Eustace Miracle, he's performed an absolute masterclass. Genuinely an absolute masterclass over the last 12 months. I have no idea how we're where we are, to be fair. Like, the job he's done has just been absolutely outrageous. And I don't think anybody sort of anticipated us to be in this position. I know a lot of people were sort of joking about in the summer about us sort of teetering on the edge of the playoffs, maybe an early playoff portion. Obviously, we started off pretty shocking. Any games tonight? No, Kai, bro. We started off pretty shocking. I'm not going to lie. But we're finding a way to make it work. We are finding a way. Is Richard still here? I am not sure, to be honest. I am not sure. Jakob will be going in the summer? Probably. To be honest with you, that would not surprise me at all. It wouldn't, because at the end of the day, when you've got good players in the ranks, at some point you've got to let them go to improve your own squad. He's a good coach, yeah, very good coach. Where are Swansea in the league? I think they're 5 points behind the playoffs. So they're not that far away from us, because we're 2. I mean, like, FM, or are you on about real matches? I'm not playing a game or watching a game tonight. If I'm honest, I've been a bit all over the place this weekend, so I'm just gonna chill with the missus tonight. Once I get off stream. Yeah, there are 2 must games at home to build Chef Swansea. Yeah, do you know what? They're probably 2. They're very winnable games, but it's Derby, innit? And we're shit at home at the minute, and I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. Like, I used to get excited to go to home games, right? You go back to, like, even the Wayne Rooney season, right? I was buzzing for home games. And you chuck us in this situation now, I just don't think. Watch us go and give Sheffield their second win. Don't, mate. Don't. Welcome back, Richard, bro. I think Sheffield United win. Yeah, they probably will. It'd be good for Sheffield United if they win as well. When is Morris back? He's back in training now. I've just dropped a video tonight, actually, over on the Derby Digest about all the injuries and stuff. So if you need to get up to date with that, go and check out the Derby Digest on YouTube. Lewis, you said we are genuinely coming for second. I'm not joking, we're coming for second. Now you don't want us to get past. Bro. Welcome to the content game. No, I'm joking. We've made all the moves to be able to try and challenge. But in order to be able to challenge, you've got to win your home games, and we have not been winning our home games, which is sort of the biggest issue we've got at the minute. If we beat Ipswich on Saturday, would have been fine. Lewis, I know I asked you earlier. I don't know if you answered, but if Coventry don't make top 2 from here, is it the biggest failure in Championship history? The biggest failure in Championship history will go down as probably us. I think it was under Steve McLaren. I think we was 5 or 6 points clear at New Year. We then won about 3 games before March and ended up finishing 7th, losing 3-0 at home to Reading. Finished 5th, win 3 games. Hello EPL, bring on Haaland. Go on! Lewis, I'm crying. It's start of the season versus Stoke. What tactics and formation should I do? Bro, you know where the tactics are. Saturday showed us we aren't at that point yet. The difference is depth. Yeah, that's sort of where I sort of see us at the moment. It's purely a depth conversation. Like, I'm not being funny. It's not that we have a bad squad. It's just that we don't have the strength past the first team, in my opinion. Like, don't get me wrong, you add Smodics into that, you add Morris, you add Max Johnston. We're probably having a little bit of a different conversation. But right now, I just don't think we have, like, and even if we do go up, right, just look at the big conversation in regards to how many players we've got on loan, right? So Bobby Clark goes back, David Ozo goes back, Diaz goes back, Smodics goes back, Bannell goes back. So there's 5 players you've already got to replace heading into next season. You've then got Bart's out of contract. I think Vyman's out of contract as well. Who else? There's a couple of other players that are out of contract. Like, there's so many like changes that we'd have to make, which, to be fair, puts us in a great position to rebuild if we did go up. but we should be happy with top 10. I agree. Look for playoffs next year. Do you know what? Right, out of all the things I've heard and seen from people over the course of the last few weeks, few months, essentially, right? Everyone wants us to make that playoff push, and I'm going to be honest, I don't fit in that category. I just want get us to 50 points, right? Play Owen Eames, give Cruz Allen game time, get Charles Abuka in the team, get him minutes, like give our youngsters an opportunity to show that they're either capable of performing at this level or they need a loan. Do you know what I mean? If we go up, next season would be worse than Championship with Paul 1. Do you know something, right? I saw a tweet, I don't know who it was from, that basically said John Eustace is like our Championship Paul 1, if that makes sense. We're going to use him to get up. We'll see how it performs in the Prem, but it probably won't work, and then we'll make a change. Are we going to be starting next season? Yeah, I agree. World Cup reload. The World Cup's going to be fucking crazy, by the way. By the way, right, those of you who are in chat, we are live streaming the whole World Cup. I don't care. I'm gonna stream the World Cup. Because why the fuck not? I know the games kick off at fucking really weird times. In fact, let's go and have a look, shall we? Let's go and have a look. When do the games kick off? Fixtures. A3. So you've got 2 a.m, 8 a.m, 11. Got one at 5. Fucking hell, the time zones are crazy. Bro, you're telling me. I'm just looking at the first few days of fixtures. 3 a.m, 2 a.m, 5 a.m. Bro, I'm going to be so cooked. I'm going to be absolutely finished. But fuck it, I'm doing it anyway. I'm doing it anyway. I'm doing it anyway, chat. I'm doing it anyway. Oh, fucking hell, chat. But, do you know what? Do you know what? I've got to give John Eustace his flowers. I gave him a bit of shit earlier in the year when we won 1 in 10 and we were fucking awful. We then did alright for a few games. We then struggled again. And I don't know. You've got to give him his flowers for where we are in the league. Do you know what I mean? You've got to give him those flowers. What was your thoughts on Merkin? I think anybody saying Merkin had a bad debut doesn't really know much about football. In my personal opinion. Because you've got to put it down to the fact of Merkin probably trained twice with the group. Stepped in for Elder, who probably would have started that game had he been fit. So you look at it, in my personal opinion, and you go, thrown straight in against best team. Exactly. Genuine question, have you ever played at a decent level, not even trying to be a prick? Have I played at a decent... What do you consider a decent level, George? I've had trials with academies throughout my teens. Never a second yellow for Trav. He shouldn't have had the first yellow. I don't think the second yellow is the problem. I don't think he should have had a first yellow. I could see it coming. Yeah, me too. But you look at Merkin, right? I actually think chucked in, barely played this season, plays 90 minutes, and I think he was fine, personally. I think he was fine, if I'm honest. I know people like to get on their high horse, and a lot of the people that I've seen actually slating Derry Merkin, there always seems to be a dig, that there was a dig in it about me, because I obviously posted a video about him, over 12 months ago, saying that I wanted him and stuff. Only problem is Elder Crossers have bought a lot. Yeah, they have, but it's one of those situations with Elder. If he's not going to stay fit, you can't rely on him. But would have loved Trav's fight for the cause back up. Do you know what? That I think people don't understand what Lewis Travis truly is. He's not a player that's going to fucking be shabby. Do you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Like, he does his job. He gets in the opposition's head. He gets in the ref. And that's what we've needed for years. People have wanted it for years, but ultimately they've never. Now we've got it, they don't want it. Cashin coming back in the summer? I don't think so. I don't think we'll go. I don't think we'd go for him, to be fair. 100% Travis is vital to the team. He never gives up. Do you know, right? The big thing that I've always seen, right, is everybody gives. What do you mean by red cards? Come again, Kai. What did I say, Kai? What did I say? This year would be great, yeah, to win the playoffs. Why not Derby? Imagine watching the World Cup, scouting for the new... Do you know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I love Travis. I think Travis is incredible. On his first game at Pride Park, right, I was watching Travis. I think the first foul goes in, the first tackle goes in from their player is straight in at the ref. We've never had that before. We've never had players that do that, ever. We've never had players that command that respect off the referee. And now we've got it, people aren't happy about it. But if Travis was doing it against us, the title, Let's Talk Red Cards and Football Things. Oh, just talking about Travis, bro. I thought Banel had a much better game on Saturday. I think Banel just needs more minutes, if I'm honest. One of our biggest losses at the Rovers is losing Trav. Yeah, do you know, I don't think people understand how important it is to have a player who can talk to the referee. Although, I will be honest, I think he talked himself into the second yellow. I think he talked himself into the second yellow on Saturday. When I watched it back, I think I put it in my video, which I posted this morning. When I watched it back, I thought, you know what, he's probably talked himself into that second yellow. Bro, you haven't streamed live in ages. Glad to be back. Thank you, James. Just had a couple of issues with power and stuff at my house. So, but we are back now and we are working. So, Banel over Diaz, maybe. Haha, the amount of times he did that for us. Yeah. The thing is, when you're watching opposition players do what Travis does, you get infuriated. You get so pissed off. But when he's on your team, for some reason, now we don't want it. We don't want it. Nah. We don't want a player that gets in the ref. We don't want a player that gets in the opposition. Do you know what I mean? I just think it's odd. I genuinely do just think it's a little bit odd. Because at the end of the day, when you've got that on your side, in my opinion, it's unbelievable. When you haven't, it puts you at a disadvantage. We've never had a captain like Lewis Travis in my years, if I'm completely honest. I think the last time we had a captain like that, I don't know. Was Richard Keogh like that? Probably not. Mark my words, when Smodic thinks up with Trav, he's going to be mint for you. Bro. Danny, bro, can Smodics play off the right? Or, he probably wouldn't. Weren't a red card Saturday, but he should have been sent off in the first game. Yeah, he should have been sent off in the first game. Derby have been okay. Leicester to League One soon. Did Leicester play at the weekend? I'll be honest with you. I haven't looked at any fixtures from this weekend. Oh no, Leicester play tomorrow. Did they play at the weekend? Yeah, they lost to Birmingham. Fucking hell. Leicester are a bit cooked, aren't they? But overall, I think we deserve to win. I think Ipswich definitely deserved. Ipswich definitely deserved it. 100% Campbell off the right, but best as a number 10. Yeah. Our problem is that we've got 2 or 3 really good players who can play that 10 role. Obviously, you've got Bobby Clark, who's been unbelievable for us this season. Obviously now Smodics. You've got Rhian Brewster. Leicester got 6 points deducted. Yes, they did. They're level on points with the drop zone as well now. Hot take, we should have kept Evie over Travis. Nah. I don't agree with that. I'll be honest with you, I don't agree with that. Yeah, I did know James, bro, I did. We will never know the extent of what happened, but I never liked him since he signed. Fair. I get you, Josh. Everyone has their favourites and stuff, though, don't they? I think there's a lot of accusations going around. At least you have people fighting for positions. That is true. And the best part about it is, you know that if there's an injury or something, you know that there's a player that's just as good to step in. The only position where we're really lacking in that at the moment is centre half because we've got injuries. His work rate is awful. Hopefully, under his best friend, John Eustace, it'll be different. Huge as a Baggies fan, Eric Ramsey just needs time. How is he doing? Because I I don't know how I feel about West Brom. Has he even won a game yet? Has he won a game yet? You Rams, go on, Monty. Has Eric Ramsey actually won a game yet? That's what I want to know. Because I don't think he has. I disagree. I think Smodic's work rate is bang on. I guess it's probably different. Josh, are you an Ippy fan? Or are you a Rovers fan? Oh, hang on. Lost it. Lost 4, drawn 2. Fucking hell. He needs to fucking pick it up a bit, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean? Needs to pick it up a bit. If he picks it up a bit, it'll be sand. What do you think about the Ipswich game? I think it just showed where we are, if that makes sense. I don't necessarily think we deserve to lose. I think a draw would have been a fair result. Because I think their first goal should have been ruled out, for one. But it's one of those, you look at it and you go, look at Ipswich's squad, look at our squad, look at how much money they've spent on their squad, how much money we've spent on our squad. We're in completely different leagues, really. They've got the parachute payments and stuff, but do you think you would be okay if you went up? No, I think we'd come straight back down. We'd have to invest incredibly well to stay up, to be fair. Do you think Borough will win tonight? I think Sheffield United's a difficult one because they're such a hit and miss side. They are such a hit and miss side. They're one of the most infuriating teams I've seen this season. Even when they was under fucking Ruben Sellers, I didn't think they were that bad of a side. They just couldn't buy a result. 2 solid points, especially against Derby away and Stoke at the Hawthorns, and they're higher than us in table. Yeah. You just need to get a couple of wins. Get a couple of wins flowing, and you'll be fine at West Brom. But Borough versus United, who's gonna win? Do you know? I'm gonna be completely honest. I have a feeling it's going to be like, I think Ipswich will win the league, and then Borough or Cov will finish second. It'll be 2-2 tonight. Yeah, Borough and Sheffield United's tonight, Monty, bro. Kicks off at 8, I think. Is there no Prem game tonight? There's not, is there? No, because the Prem game's in midweek. Think 3-1 Borough. Fair play. Borough are a decent side. They are a very, very good side. The only player I don't really rate at Borough is fucking Conway. I don't really rate Conway. I just don't think he's that good. Coventry have bottled it massively, yeah. Coventry have fallen off, yeah. Coventry have there was always gonna be a drop off for Cov. There was always going to be. How you doing, Grace, darling? You alright? Are you alright, darling? Let's have a look at Cov's fixtures, right? Lost to QPR, lost to Norwich, lost to Oxford. No, drew to Oxford, sorry. Lost Stoke, lost Birmingham, drew with Charlton, lost to Ipswich. They've absolutely fucked it. Good, Grace. Good. That's what we want to see. I'm all good, thanks, Grace. I'm all good. We're just talking the shit. Do you know what I mean? Just talking the shit. Oh, fucking hell. It's a night and a half. Do you know what I mean? It's night and a half. I think I might be chippy for tea, by the way. What a fucking Monday night. Do you know what I mean? I just need to see if the missus is home. How the fuck are we down to 9th now? Because we lost. We need to look at Cardiff players. I don't know if you have heard of them. We need... I want us to get Amari Kellyman back. I'd absolutely kill for Amari Kellyman. Dylan Lawler. Oh, Lampard's good, don't get me wrong. However, he's getting too cocky. Done loads from the start. They just need to relax. I'm hoping we bring in a decent manager. I heard you was getting Gary Rowett. That's what I heard. Whether that's true or not is a completely different conversation. But I've seen his name bandied about. Sorry, chat. How do you think we are going to do on Saturday? I hope we fucking win. I can't remember the last time I saw a league win. Yeah, between us and Leicester, yeah. I think if Rowett's got a brain, he'd probably go to Leicester. Think of the fucking finances. Will Still's brother gone Watford manager. Fucking hell. Will Still's brother at Watford. What a weirdo. What a weirdo. But if he's got a brain, he goes to Leicester. If he's not got a brain, he goes to Rovers. Because the money conversation. Do you know what I mean? It's purely a money conversation. But to be fair, Watford are a bit of a weird team, aren't they? Watford are a really weird team. I don't. Have they had like four? Have they had 3-4 managers this season now? Unless we beat Stoke 2-2. I don't think you can beat a team 2-2, 2-1. I mean, yeah, fair play, bro. Tight at the bottom. It fucking is tight at the bottom. It is very tight at the bottom. It is very, very tight at the bottom. Do you know something, right? This championship relegation battle, you're probably looking Norwich down are all in it. Genuinely. You could if Sheffield United lose tonight, you could probably say Sheffield United. I think Swansea and up are fine. I think Swansea and up are safe. I think Swansea are 15th. But Sheffield United down are probably right on the edge. Go on, Red Dog! I'd say Norwich up are safe. If Norwich keep their form, fine. I think once you hit 40, you're safe, to be fair. That's sort of always been my sort of take. Who shall I manage? League 1 to the Prem? Burton Albion. Go on, manage the Burton. Manage the Brewers. I think 40 points, you're good. What game do you think Morris will be back in the squad? I have a feeling he'll be back in the squad Saturday. I think he'll start against Watford. That's what I think. Don't quote me, though. I'm not sure. Don't quote me, though. Because I may be an idiot. Do you know what I mean? I may be a bit of an idiot. Your squad depth is unreal. Yeah, it's just a shame that no fuckers fit. That's our problem. No one is fit. Like, we go through our squad. Zetterstrom, ill. Won't play Saturday. I actually think Zetterstrom has got a concussion. Because he's missed what? 40? He'll have missed 14 days. To be honest, I just did that career. Give me a new one. Doncaster Rovers. Hopefully will massively increase our playoff chances. Yeah. I agree. Lincoln will go up, but I can see them struggling in the Championship. Yeah. Stockport is a good one, actually. Right, let's go through the Derby squad, right? So, Vickers ill, out. He won't play versus Swansea. Not Vickers, Zetterstrom, sorry. Johnston out, has been out since, I think, October. Langas out, Sanderson out, Elder out. Travis now suspended. Who else is injured? Who else is injured? Morris out, and then everybody else is fine. To be fair, it's not actually that bad, is it? But then we have got rid of fucking half our squad. We have got rid of half our squad in January. So, it's a little bit of a weird one. Do you know what I'm saying, fam? Do you know what I'm saying? Huge news for the unemployed. Jason the Ween has split up with his girlfriend. Sorry. Who are we going to captain? I think it'll be Clark, I'd imagine. I'd imagine Matt Clark will take the skipper. What's wrong with Elder? Something knee. Something knee related. They didn't actually give a full sort of like diagnosis type thing after the game on Saturday. So I imagine we'll get that on Thursday when he does his pre-match presser. That would be my assumption. Smolix to start Saturday. I don't know. Wouldn't surprise me if he starts, to be honest, Tyler. But my issue with that is who are you dropping? Elliot, Derby bad? Are they, Elliot? Cheers, bro. We're 9th, thank you. We're doing alright, I think. Who does he support? He supports Arsenal. Have you ever been to the Emirates? At least a lot of your team have played with each other, so I have a good understanding. Yeah, that is true. That is true. You've been to the Emirates. Fucking hell, you go steady, son. How many times have you been to the Emirates? That's what I'd like to know. What's the truth about Zetterstrom? I don't believe he's ill. I think he's got a concussion. Because he played the West Brom game on the 23rd, right? And then is supposed to be out for the next 10 days. I think he's got a concussion. Which, to be fair, in a way, is an illness. Because it can make you throw up and stuff. But I don't know. I bet he took a hit in training or something, to be honest. But honestly, I don't want to speculate. I don't want to guess. Although I have just speculated. But I'm not... Don't take what I say as fact, because I don't know. I don't know. I just hope that he's back fit and ready soon. I do. Fit and available, ready to go. I think he tried to push a move and now he's in the doghouse. I don't know. I don't really want to push that narrative, but it wouldn't be a shock. Do you think building for next season? Do you think you're building for next season to smash the championship? Yes. I think our whole aim this season is to just get ourselves in a position where next year we're pretty much guaranteed playoffs. Let's just take a look. Derby play bad. Cheers, bro. Thank you. Thanks for that, Elliot, bro. We play exactly the same as Arsenal, by the way. Just so you know. Percentage football, set piece FC. Welcome to the club. But if we look at Zetta's, right, his last game was on the 23rd of Jan, which was West Brom. We played Bristol City on the 30th. Didn't play because he was ill. Didn't play against Ipswich because he was ill. Wait, no, O'Donnell played against Bristol. I don't know. Worst stadium in the Championship? I don't even know, to be fair. Genuinely don't know. Catch 22 because if you have a few decent players, big money bids come in. The only positive I have about that, right, is that we've shown over the last 18 months that we reinvest really well. So I'm not too bothered about players leaving, if that makes sense. Like, I wanted Ajimang to go for 20 million in January. I wanted it, if I'm honest. But it didn't happen. Changed my mind, managing a team in the Spanish second tier. If you're not managing Real Oviedo, you've done something wrong. Although I don't even know if they're second tier, to be honest. Get Travis gone. Nah, fuck that, Layla. Fuck that. We don't want Travis gone. We love Travis. Do you think we'll get Clark, Smodix, Bannell or Ozo on a permanent? I think there's a chance with Smodix based on what Kieran McKenna said. I think instead with the likes of Clark and Ozo, it's a 50-50. Bannell, I wouldn't imagine so. Yeah, to be honest, they have to put their money where their mouth is. Yeah, exactly. How you doing, Jem, bro? Welcome. Yeah, cheers, Elliot, bro. So much conversation you're adding here. Eames deserves more minutes. He's such a good player. I think once we hit 50 points, I think Eames will play more. I think Eames will start against Chef Wed in a couple of weeks. When's Morris back? He's back in training now, Layla. I think, so long as Eames is still fit, I think Eames starts against Chef Wed. Wouldn't surprise me if he starts against Blackburn as well, to be honest. If the Brom go down, I feel Eric Ramsey will be in his comfort zone and do so well. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? We will just have to wait and see on that one. Lewis, guess the player. Ismaili Sarr. I don't know. I need some clues if you want me to guess the player. Oh, we've got another 12:30 kickoff in a couple of weeks. Fucking love that. Love it. By the way, it's crazy how close we are to the end of the season, by the way. He's tall. Patrick Ajimang. Like very. Kyle Hudlin. Who's the 12:30? It's Blackburn at home. Blackburn at home's at 12:30. And then we've got shit. You shop to about what are you on about? No, not current player. How old are they? What generation would they have played in? What is their generation? Crouch. Peter Crouch. We love a bit of Crouchy. Derby Rovers next 12:30 for us. Yes, it is. It is. Oh, by the way, I think I've annoyed the Ipswich fans. I intentionally posted. Let me show you this tweet that I posted this morning about my video. Right. I was smart. I was smart. Right. Obviously, I think we all know that the Travis red card didn't change the game. But because I'm an intelligent man and I knew it would get retweets and comments, and the thing has now got 17,000 views on Twitter, I decided, you know what? I decided I'd post this. Wait, is it that one? The decision completely changed the game. How tall is 206 centimeters? Fucking massive. I think I annoyed them. I think I annoyed them. The absolute knobheads. I've got 14 comments. I did the job. Oh, hang on. I forgot TikTok can't see. Hang on. There you go. Right, let me take you up to the tweet. Here we go, TikTok. Here we go. This is what I showed. How you doing, edits, bro? This is what I posted. Because I did a video about the red card and whether it should have been or shouldn't have been. Are Tottenham fans the most delusional in the UK? We Americans need to know. Yes, probably. Fucking, to be honest, Trevor's been shit. I don't think he's been that. I don't think he's been that bad, to be fair. It's just one of those players, isn't it? He's one of those players that's never gonna pull everybody to the same team, if that makes sense. Not everybody's gonna love him, unfortunately. But that's football, isn't it? That is football. You're alright. Good to hear that, edits, bro. Good to hear that. Let me just check if the missus is home. Because if the missus is home, I need to go and eat. You can't have a team full of world beaters. Exactly. Are we eating? Question mark. There we go. By the way, sack off everything. Derby County are going to the Prem. It's happening. Elliot, do you offer anything else other than Derby bad? I'd love you to offer some real, true insight. I would. No, you don't offer anything. Right, okay. Nice to know. Nice to know, chat. Oh, by the way, chat, we'll be back playing games. We'll be back playing games tomorrow. But I do have a question, chat. I do have a question. What do you think our lineups will be from now? I think they'll be loving the intelligent import. Exactly. I think it'll be the same team. I think Frulo will start for Travis, if I'm honest. Shall we see? Right, chat. I'm loading Warzone to see if it works on stream. I'm loading Warzone to see if it works on stream. Derby bad. Cheers, Elliot, bro. Appreciate that. Eustace is good at yeah, Eustace is... I think Eustace is a decent gaffer. What's happening with investment? Nothing at the moment. Who gives a fuck? Just play the fucking game. Want Morris back on the bench Saturday? Yeah, me too. Imagine if he is back on the bench Saturday. Would be crazy. Would be crazy. I'll deal with that later. Then I can... I need to sort out drivers on my PC. How are we doing, chat? Are we dropping frames or anything? Or are we all good? I think we're dropping frames, aren't we? We're dropping frames. Yeah, we're Let's put it this way. I don't think we can play games on the PC and stream. Hang on, chat. Hang on. Right, yeah. We can't play PC games. Noted. Noted. Derby bad. Yes, Derby are bad. How far off is Morris? He's back training. He's back training. He's back training. He's back training. He is back training. Right, chat. I'm going to love you and leave you all. I'm going to go and have... oh, hang on. We've had a message that I've missed. When did that message come in? And why is it not showing up in my chat? Hang on. It's not showing up in... It's only showing up on my phone. I don't think Derby will go up, but only because your amazing... I don't think Derby will go up, but only because your amazing manager seems to enjoy dropping to struggling championship sides every time he gets a team into the playoffs. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Oh, it's come up now. It's finally come up. But can you play FM, please? I'm not playing FM tonight. I am hopping off for now. I'll be back. I will be streaming tomorrow. We'll play some games and we'll do shit tomorrow. But I am hopping off for now. Used could be the next Nick Saban pond of that parts and polls. Yeah, exactly. Love your streams as always, boss. See you tomorrow. Absolutely. Thank you so much, chat. I will catch you all in the next one. Adios, people. Have a good evening. Have a good night. Enjoy your food or whatever you're doing this evening. I'll catch you tomorrow on Tuesday evening. Bye-bye, chat. See you later. And goodbye to those of you on YouTube and twitch.tv/live with Lewis.